Welcome back to this class. Hope everyone is doing well and in the good condition. Okay, that's my prayer to all of you. And the most important thing of all, I hope that you are excited, okay? Excited to learn in this new day. And I also hope in the end of this session that you will get the new idea about today's topic or today's material. Okay? All right, so let us start right away. Last week, we have discussed about this one. Okay, I would like to share my screen to all of you. Can you see it? Can you see it, everyone? Say
Yes,
something.
I could say
Okay.
I could see it. I could see it.
Okay, Michael, thank you. So last week, I have told you about, okay, the brief idea of the exposition text. And most of you have your own comprehension, your own explanation, okay, or let's say have the background knowledge about this topic, and these are your answers. I asked your opinion about this, about the exposition text, about the definition. Deborah said that the exposition text gives the information about what the writers know. Stephanie said that the exposition text contains the writer's opinion in detail. Michael said that the exposition text gives the detailed information to the reader. Okay, so this is the similar one. They emphasize on the word detail information, ya. Dia menekankan pada kata detail information. And let's take a look to the other opinion. Okay, that's all. In the exposition text, we also have learned that the function of it is to persuade. Yeah, persuade. And let's take a look to your opinion again about the definition of persuade. What is persuade? All right, and Michael said that persuade is about this one. Let's take a look. Encourage people. Yeah. Persuade is about encourage people. Ferenc said persuade, you can define it to ask people, okay? Ask people to do something. Deborah emphasized that persuade is talking about ask people to follow your opinion. And Stephanie said that persuade is about change people perceptions. And then Nathaniel stated that persuade is talking about make people believe in us. Okay, that is your opinion. All right, and last week I have also stated that the structure, yeah, of the exposition text. Kalau kita bicara structure, Berarti ada susunannya, ada rangkaian, ada runtutan. The structure of the exposition text is divided into 3 parts. Ya, terbagi dalam 3 bagian. If you still remember. Okay, who still remember? Coba masih ingat. What is the structure of the exposition text? Who still remember? Coba masih ingat? The structure. Structure berarti berbicara tentang susunan. Masih ingat?
Me, I remember.
Oh, Debbie, yes. Please turn on your camera, Deb. Nyalain kamera? Okay. What is the structure?
And then arguments, and then the kesimpulan.
In English.
What is kesimpulan in English?
Okay, the thesis and then the argument. The last one is? What is the last one?
I don't know the English of kesimpulan, sir.
Okay.
Conclusion.
Conclusion? Are you sure about that? Conclusion. Okay, let's check it later. Nanti kita cek. Any other idea? Okay, thank you, Deborah Jolene. Any other idea? Deborah stated that the exposition text has 3 important parts. Ya, ada 3 bagian. The first one, she mentioned about the thesis, and then after the thesis, there is an argument, and the last one is? The last one is, what is it, Debbie? Debbie, the last? Okay, conclusion, all right. Okay. How about the others? Do you still remember? Okay, thesis, yeah, thesis, arguments, and then conclusion, or we can say that as the reiteration. Yeah, reiteration. Now, I want to ask you, what is explained or written in the thesis? Tadi you mention about thesis. Bagian pertama, the first part is thesis. Okay, apa itu? Thesis. Masih ingat? Still remember? Thesis. Masih ingat? Atau arguments dulu ya? Arguments. What are arguments? Apa itu arguments? Any idea? Thesis, arguments, and then conclusion or reiteration. Okay. Thesis itu apa? Masih ingat? Siapa masih ingat? Debbie masih ingat? Deb? What is thesis? Oke, kita lihat contohnya ya. Kita lihat contohnya supaya you bisa lebih paham. Okay, let's take a look to the example from our learning website. It is talking about this one, the global warming. Okay. This is the main topic, yeah, the global warming. And in this part, the introduction, we can also state that as the thesis part. Ya. Oke, coba kalau you baca ini, kalimat berikut ini. Okay. If you read about this topic and this paragraph, what can you conclude? Or let's say, what can you explain from
A
this?
statement.
The statement.
Or theory that is put forward as premise to be maintained or proved.
Okay. The statement. The statement of, what is it? Once again?
Statement or theory that is put forward as a premise to be maintained or proved.
Okay, so it is the first statement. Jennifer mentioned about statement. Okay, ada pendapat lain? Yep.
Maybe it's just a long essay or dissertation involving a personal research written by a candidate.
Okay, I get it. I mean, by looking at this part, yeah, then what is it explaining about? Okay, one student, please read. Coba, satu orang baca. Michael, please read this one. Michael?
Alright, let me read. Global warming is a phenomenon used to describe the gradual increase in the temperature of Earth's atmosphere and oceans. Global warming is not a new problem, but lately people are acknowledging that we are facing a serious problem. Climate change is apparent everywhere. Failed crops, economic slowdown, and deforestation are among several impacts of global warming.
Thank you. Okay, guys, from these statements, what can we get from this paragraph? Or what kind of statement is this? Ini penjelasan apa ya? Pernyataan yang seperti apa? Any idea? Global warming is blah blah blah. Describe this one. Global warming is not a new problem. Climate change is everywhere. Ini pernyataan apa sih? What kind of statement is this? Okay, let's figure it out later. Nanti kita cari tahu. Now let's take a look to the next one. Kita lihat dulu yang berikutnya. Okay, about the global warming. Yeah. Who will read? Siapa baca ya?
Can I, sir?
Yes, Monica. The first argument.
First of all, there is irrefutable advice that human activities have changed the atmosphere of our Earth. Since the time we have been industrializing, we started pollution our waters and air, and have been releasing greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming.
Thank you. Okay, so that is the first argument about the global warming. Okay. Keisha, please read the second argument. Oke, saya coba baca argumen yang kedua. Keisha, are you there? Yeah. Secondly,
Yes, sir. Secondly, according to a research by Greenpeace organization, there is evidence of extensive deforestation being carried out in Indonesia and other tropical countries around the world. These forests are used to grow crops like palm sugar, palm oil, and coffee, the line life of Western society. Greenpeace Report 2007. The impact of climate change is noticeable throughout Asia Pacific, either during hot days or too much rain accompanied by wind and thunderstorm.
Okay.
This has started to affect the economy as well.
Thank you, Keisha. So that is the second argument. Yeah, I will explain it later. And let's take a look to the conclusion or to the reiteration. Yeah, kita lihat conclusion and the reiteration. Yeah. Okay, Kitaro, you can go to the toilet. I would like to hear Angeli. Angeli,
Yes, sir.
please read this part. Furthermore,
Furthermore, the shifting weather patterns have made it difficult for farmers to grow crops. A recent study has shown that due to unpredictable weather pattern, there have been a lot of failed crops.
thank you. And then the last paragraph will be read by Natania. Nat, please read the last paragraph.
In conclusion, global warming is not a new problem, nor are we solely responsible for it. But as the citizens of the world, we have to take every possible action to help overcome this issue. It is not only for us, but for all the future generation to follow.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So this is the example of the exposition text, which focuses or emphasizes on the natural phenomenon. Ya, sebuah teks eksposisi yang menekankan kepada sebuah, let's say, fenomena alam atau the global warming in this case. And as we have learned before, there are three parts from the exposition text. Ada tiga bagian the exposition text. Yang pertama adalah the first one is the thesis, and the thesis is also included in the introduction part, ya, juga termasuk dalam introduction part, and then the thesis itself will be supported by the arguments part, ya. Kemudian thesis tadi, bagian thesis tadi disupport, didukung oleh arguments. Okay, itu you harus paham, you must comprehend that. And then after you presented some arguments from the text, and then the last part you will be in the conclusion part or the reiteration part, which becomes the final statement of yours in this exposition text. Ya, jadi itu structure-nya dulu. Now, I give you time about 5 minutes, ya. Dalam waktu 5 menit ke depan, think, ya, kita berpikir, okay, think about this one. Kita pikir dulu ya, berpikir dulu tentang ini. About these 3 parts, tadi tentang ini ya, global warming. Nah, about the introduction, Title, you udah tahu, pasti tahu title. You already know the title. Now, I want you to focus on these statements. Ya. Kita fokuskan pikiran kita kepada 3 bagian ini. This is the first one. The first one is the thesis. Ya. The thesis, ya, ini sama dengan thesis ya. Okay. Thesis. Okay. Nanti you jelaskan dengan pemahaman you. Okay, you explain with your own word or with your own sentence what is thesis. Apa sih sebetulnya thesis itu? Okay, and what is the difference with the other part? Apa perbedaan dengan bagian yang lain? Kemudian nanti you juga jelaskan what are arguments. Arguments itu apa? Ya, nanti jelaskan pakai kata-kata you setelah ini ya. Lisan, secara lisan ya, orally. And then you will also tell us about what is the function of the conclusion or the reiteration part. Apa fungsi conclusion ini atau bagian dari reiteration ini? Ya, oke. Jadi pikir ya dalam waktu 5 menit. In 5 minutes, think about these 3 words. 3 kata ini. The thesis. Okay, the thesis. What is the function? Or what is that? Apa itu thesis? Apa definition? And then what is the meaning of the argument? Apa itu argument? What is the function? Fungsi argumen itu apa sih? Okay, and then the conclusion of the reiteration part. Yang terakhir adalah berbicara tentang conclusion. Okay, atau reiteration. Okay, nanti you jelaskan dengan kalimat you. Oke, coba sekarang pikir dulu ya. Dalam waktu 5 menit, berpikir. Think. Jennifer, please explain.
The first question is, what is thesis? I think it's a statement or theory that is put forward as a premise to be maintained or proved, or maybe it's just a long essay or dissertation involving personal research.
Okay.
Next,
Okay.
what is
Yep.
argument? Argument is a reason or set of reasons given with the aim of persuading others that an action or idea is right or wrong.
Okay.
What is conclusion? It's a judgment or decision reached by reasoning.
Okay, that's all?
Uh,
That's
yeah.
all? Okay, thank you, Jennifer. The other student who would like to express your thought?
Can I, sir?
Yes.
First, what is thesis? Thesis is a document submitted in support of candidature for an academic degree or professional qualification presenting the author research and finding. And then what is argument? Argument is a series of statements called the premises or premises indeed intended to determine the degree of truth of another statement or the conclusion. Or the singkat atau yang singkatnya argument is an exchange of differing or opposite view, typically hate or angry. So, and then the third one is conclusion. Conclusion is a judgment or decision reached by reasoning.
Okay, so that's what you comprehend. Okay, what about, okay, thank you, Monica and Jennifer. What about the other student? Have you got any other opinion? Somebody? Anybody?
Me.
Not me. Definitely
Enter.
not me.
Okay, Michael. I will ask you after this, Michael.
No,
These
no,
are
no.
the-
I said definitely not me. Not me. Not me.
No, I will ask you. After Keisha, I will ask you. Okay, Keisha.
Okay, sir. So the first one is, what is thesis? In my opinion, thesis is talking about someone's opinion, and the function is to give the readers an idea of the topic that being discussed. The second one is arguments. Arguments contain facts that can support the author's opinion.
Yep.
Its function is to convince the readers.
Okay.
And the last one is conclusion. The conclusion contains a restatement of things that have been discussed previously, so that the readers can understand more.
Okay, good points, Keisha. Thank you for expressing your thought. Now, Michael Haryanto. Michael, okay, I want to ask you.
Okay.
What is argument?
Argument. The act of arguing, reasoning, or discussing with the aim of persuading others that an action or an idea is right or wrong.
Okay. Okay. So what is the point? Apa intinya? What is the point? What is it about?
It's about making someone support the idea or go against the idea that you are pleased, that you want them to. For example, you're
What's the
arguing with
example?
someone that apples are much more better than oranges. You're trying to encourage that idea to someone that he is wrong about oranges being much more better than apples. I think that's
Okay.
the example that I could show.
Okay. Why do we need to support our statement? Kenapa pernyataan itu harus kita support? Why?
Because we feel that this, our statement, is much more correct than the others. Or that we are much more pleased with this statement than what the others are representing with. That's all I could say.
Okay, so how can we support our statement with our arguments? How? Tadi kan you bilang pernyataan itu harus disupport dengan argumen. Oke, maka itu argumen kita harus kuat kan? Then we must have the strong arguments. Then my question is, how can we, oke gini aja, how can we make the strong argument or the good argument? Gimana caranya supaya argumen kita itu kuat atau bagus? Supaya bisa mensupport pernyataan pribadi kita. Ya, Michael dulu. Michael.
I think, right. So you need to integrate your sources into your thoughts.
Okay.
And you need to use source that say apples are much more better than orange more effectively, and you have to have more knowledge in the field of study that you are arguing with.
Okay, so you need some sources or knowledge, okay, all right, to make the strong argument that could support your personal statement. Is that what you meant?
Yep.
Okay, Keisha, you want to say something? Okay.
Me, sir. I think Farron.
Oh, Farron, yeah. Oh, Farron. Yes, Farron. Say something.
Okay. For me to wait.
Okay, I'm waiting. Yep.
For me to make a strong arguments is give more about proofs and like someone's opinion.
Yeah.
That is a famous person or a scientist or someone like that. So
Yeah, that's true.
can
That's
trust
true.
that opinion.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Thank you, Farron. Any other opinion before we continue? Anything else? All right then. So, okay. The last one.
Maybe sir, we can add the source.
Okay, add the source.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other opinions? That's all? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's take a look to this one. Okay, I will explain it clearly and also briefly about this one. Okay, saya akan jelaskan ini dengan sejelas-jelasnya dalam tempo yang cukup-cukupnya. Ya, kita lihat ini ya. So, when we take a look to this one,
belum muncul, sir, masih loading.
Okay, tunggu. Wait. Yeah. Sudah? Okay, good. Now let's take a look to this. When we take a look to this one, to the thesis part, yeah, then actually it is the highlighted topic, yeah, highlighted, ya. Jadi ini di part ini adalah yang menjadi highlight, okay, highlight, highlight H, ya, highlight. Okay, and by looking into this one, it also talking about the main idea, yeah, main idea that you would like to expose to the readers. Jadi dia adalah semacam highlight atau ide pokok, atau kita bisa bilang ide besar yang mau diungkapkan oleh penulis ini, ya. Concern dia adalah tentang global warming. His concern is about the global warming. Dia mulai menjelaskan, oh, global warming itu adalah blah blah blah, a phenomenon used to describe the gradual increase in the temperature. Ya. Nah, di highlight ini juga bisa juga adalah sebuah definition, ya, definition. Dia jelasin dulu apa sih global warming, ya. What is global warming? The definition of global warming. Oh, global warming is a phenomenon used to describe the gradual increase in the temperature of Earth atmosphere and oceans. Oh, ternyata global warming itu berbicara tentang peningkatan suhu, ya, di atmosfer bumi atau di lautan. Okay, and he also stated, he or she is stating that it's global warming itu, it's not a new problem. Okay, by looking to this sentence, then we can say that it's his or her personal statement, ya. Kalau dia bilang ini bukan masalah baru loh, maka itu adalah pernyataan pribadi. Ya, he is expressing his or her. Okay, he or she is expressing his or her personal state. Ini pernyataan pribadi dia. Dari mana dia tahu ini? Oh, mungkin dari pengamatan dia, from his or her observation. Okay, or let's say, yeah, observation. That's why the writer can state this. Maka itu penulisnya bisa menyatakan ini, bahwa ini bukan masalah baru. Dia sudah not a new problem. But lately, people are acknowledging that we are facing a serious problem. Ini juga personal statement, masih pernyataan pribadi dia. Climate change is apparent everywhere. Oke, katanya perubahan iklim itu tampak di mana-mana. Failed crops, economic slowdown, deforestation are among the several effects of global warming. Jadi ini juga adalah pernyataan pribadi dia, bahwa global warming itu menyebabkan gagal panen, kemudian perlambatan dalam ekonomi, ya, and deforestation are the impacts of global warming. Ini yang dia observe, ya, ini yang dia amati. Nah, kan kita nggak tahu berapa persen penurunan ekonominya, ya, berapa persen kegagalan panen, ya, and what does it mean by everywhere? Apa yang dia maksud dari everywhere? Okay, that's why it still need more supporting ideas. Ya, maka itu ide ini perlu disupport lebih lagi. Ya. We don't know how many percent of failed crops, economic slowdown, berapa persen perubahan, kita kan nggak tahu. Dia cuma bilang ini adalah beberapa impact, ya, the several impacts of global warming. So it must be supported more with the strong arguments. Maka itu paragraf ini harus disupport lebih lagi. Nah, argumen-argumen, ya, ada penelitian, ya. There was a research who also focused to this phenomenon, ya, bahwa ada penelitian lainnya yang juga mendukung atau memfokuskan terhadap masalah ini. Kita lihat lagi, ya, ini dia. Oke, look at this one. Kita lihat yang ini, ya. Maka itu argumennya dia kuat. There is the strong arguments. First of all, there is a irrefutable evidence that human activities have changed Oh, di sini dia jelaskan ada loh perubahannya loh dari global warming ini. Ya, human activities have changed. Ada perubahan dalam aktivitas manusia. Okay, and then we started polluting our waters and air. Bahwa manusia itu adalah penyebab dari polusi udara dan polusi air. Nah, ini kan evidence ya. Ini adalah buktinya. Kan dia nggak boleh sembarang ngomong dong. Dia harus buktikan itu. And then have been releasing greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming. Di argumen ini dia bilang, dia sebutkan contoh-contoh ya. He mentioned about the examples of this topic. There is a pollution, there is the human activity change, greenhouse gases, blah blah blah, that contribute to global warming. And it also strengthened by the research. Nah, pernyataan dia ini juga diperkuat oleh research-nya. Research itu adalah penelitian yang sudah dibuktikan. Ya. Research by Greenpeace organization that there is evidence of extensive deforestation being carried out in Indonesia and other tropical countries around the world. Jadi fenomena ini sudah dibuktikan oleh penelitian bahwa ada deforestation. Oke, saya mau tanya deh, apa deforestation? Siapa tahu, what is the meaning of deforestation?
Penggundulan hutan.
Oke, penggundulan hutan ya. Dia buktikan bahwa, hey, global warming ini kita bisa lihat loh, ada bukti-buktinya nih, polusi air, polusi udara, penggundulan hutan, ya, deforestation in tropical countries around the world, including Indonesia. Di Indonesia juga terjadi fenomena. Ini kan penelitian ya, research. These forests are used to grow crops like palm sugar, palm oil, and coffee, the lifetime of Western society. Greenpeace report 2007. Jadi, it is the data. Ya. Dalam research itu ada yang namanya data. Nah, maka itu ini bukan asal-asalan. Ini sudah dibuktikan loh di penelitian tahun 2007. Ya, it is proven by the research in 2007. And this is the comparison. Ini adalah perbandingannya. Bahwa dulu, sebelum ada penggundulan hutan, pohon-pohon ini menumbuhkan palm sugar, palm oil, and coffee, and etc. This is the comparison, perbandingan. The impact of climate change, dijelaskan lagi, is noticeable through Asia Pacific. Ada perubahan juga di Asia Pasifik during hot days, too much rain. Yeah. This has
sorry sir, waktunya udah habis ya sir.
Oke. Ya, jadi itu ya, research dibuktikan dengan 2007. Jadi itu adalah jurnal ya. You nanti akan belajar ya jurnal penelitian, the research journal to strengthen the arguments. Ya, jadi ini nama-nama peneliti ya. The name of the researchers. Yang tadi Reuters, sebelumnya juga ada ya. And in conclusion, it is the main point. Ini adalah poin penentunya. In conclusion, we are responsible for it. So the writers persuade, penulisnya mengajak lagi. Kita bertanggung jawab loh untuk global warming ini. Gitu ya, we responsible for it. And we have to take action. We have to take action. Nah, dia mengajak kan, the writer persuade, ya, persuade, mempengaruhi, ya, mengajak. Karena ada tadi yang dia jelaskan di awal, ya. It's not only for us, but for all the generations to follow. Dia mengajak supaya ini tidak berdampak pada generasi yang akan datang. Maka itu di paragraf terakhir dia mengajak, mempengaruhi. Gitu. Oke ya. Time is up. It's already 9:43. I hope you can get the idea and comprehend today's material. Okay, stay safe, stay healthy everyone. Bye-bye. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.